Well, good morning, YouTube. It's a sunny day, and we've been having some pretty good temperatures. I think today's around 5 degrees, so kind of sunny. It's also spitting a little, but anyway, I thought it'd be nice to get out. We'll take the 650 out here. So when you live in a four seasons climate, this type of weather, this time of year, it changes things, changes everything. You can't do exactly what you want to do. So you always have to work around weather conditions, road conditions, which means that probably have to stay indoors more, quite a bit more, eh? Unless you're out there snowmobiling or what have you. I don't do any winter sports anymore, but thank goodness I work out a lot indoors 6 days a week, and that keeps me healthy and sane, somewhat sane anyway. Sanity is always, well, for some of us, always in question. Not really sanity, I guess, but mental health, emotional health. I definitely have in the past had quite a lot of problems with depression and so forth for a long period of time there in one stretch. I got over it, and I'm out of it now. Thank goodness. But I still question myself now and then, Question whether I'm being true to me, whether I'm making decisions based on what I really want, Am I following my nature, or am I tending to make decisions to please or fit in with others, that type of thing comes up in question. I think for the most part I'm being true to me, but the more we can do that, the better we'll be off, eh? Life is a lot better when you're doing you. And what helps me be me is starting from the ground up. You got to be healthy first of all, because if your body isn't healthy, then your mind isn't operating at its optimal. So your self-conception is not what it should be. So I'm a big believer in physical health being the foundation, and as you develop physical health, you develop mental health. It goes hand in hand, the mind-body unit. I mentioned before, I do a lot of working out. I work out 6 days a week unless my back problem gets in the way and I have to take a few days off, but otherwise 6 days a week. And it's a combination of boxing, kickboxing, strength work using bands and kettlebells, and power twisters, that sort of equipment. Simple, and it doesn't take up much room. I should do a video showing my workout room. Anyway, yeah, that sort of thing. Plus I do Tai Chi and Qigong, and I meditate. So all those things are pretty important for me. And it's important to make the time for them. Surprising how much time we spend that's negotiable. Isn't really required to to spend time on, so we can prioritize the things that are required. You know, I can sit in front of the computer and watch YouTube videos a little bit less and do my workout, meditate, that type of thing. And it pays off big time. So all that helps gets me through winters with a little bit more style, a little bit more happiness and joy, even if I can't ride often. But when I can, yeah, I enjoy it. One of the things that I did, I guess it's over 4 years ago now, towards physical and mental health, is I quit drinking. So 4 years ago, I said no more, and I haven't touched a drop since. The joys of alcohol are pretty short-lived, and they quickly enough, when you abuse it, turn into major problems. And who needs it, right? I sure don't. Didn't, and did something about it. So that's something I'm pretty proud of, and it has, like I say, improved my life a lot. And it allows me to focus on what I'm doing quite a bit. The workouts and meditation, Tai Chi, Qigong, all of that. Pretty hard to do when you're drinking and abusing it. I keep saying to myself, I'm gonna start doing some videos on those subjects from my workout room, kind of introduce that setup that I've got there. Might help a few people out. I've got it set up pretty good, I think, anyway. In the past, you know, I've had these setups where I've had weight equipment and bars and plates and benches, and man, that takes up so much room. And I'll tell you, you can do a lot of fitness training without it. So I'll do that. I'll do a video, and then I'll show you what I mean. Just being careful on these curves with all the crap that's on the road here and there. I suppose I could have stored my bikes for the winter and just enjoy the warmer weather riding, but I don't know. I enjoy getting out in the colder season. It's different. And different is always, well, mostly always enjoyable. Depends on how different, I guess. At one point I was going to sell this bike. I don't know whether I told you that before, but I did. I was going to. And I even put an ad out in the paper. Guy came over, had a look at it. Actually, the ad was on Facebook, but who cares? Guy came over, had a look at it, and I let him take it out for a ride because he said, oh, I'm a seasoned rider. I've been riding all my life, and the guy was in his 60s. And said he had ridden some big bikes, and as he duck walked it out onto the road, I thought, oh my God, what am I doing? And I quickly realized, you know what? I really like this bike. The more I have it, the more character it's got. I mean, it's just so well-mannered. And it's punchy if you want it to be, and smooth if you want that. Well, it's always smooth, no matter what. Yeah, it's a good one. This CB 650F 2018. So I think I'll keep it till either it or I drops. That sounds good, right? Hopefully it'll drop before me. That's the plan. I'll try and keep myself from dropping prematurely with all of the good stuff that I do for my body and mind. Man, I'll tell you, especially when you get a little older, I'm a lot older, but especially when you get a little older, it's so important to keep up the physical and mental health. Because if you don't do something, you just slide, you slip, you sink. And that's not a good thing. So it's kind of like treading water, you know. If you stop moving your arms and legs around, you're going to sink. I got some stuff coming for the CRF 300L. One of them should be here today. I got some pegs, little extra wide aluminum pegs to replace the narrow stock ones. I want to see what that feels like. Didn't cost me much. I cheaped out, went for the Chinese ones, but they're made from good quality billet aluminum, so what can go wrong? I figure they'll be good. And the other thing I got was a seat cover. I find the seat, the stock seat on the CRF 300L is fine. I don't have a problem with it. I find it fairly comfortable. So the only thing I don't like is the red upholstery. I never did. So I bought a seat cover. It's in black with tan. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll do it. I'll show it on a video soon. It's kind of hard to describe, and I forget the name of the company I ordered it from. It's a graphics company, SK something D or whatever. Anyway, yeah, it's kind of a little different, I think. Not the usual choice, but it's my choice. Again, getting back to follow your nature. Be you, do you. This is a nice little road, nice little rural road, some agricultural properties. Yeah, nice. Well, I'll tell you what, I think that's the end of this video. So I'm gonna, as I said, head home. Thanks for joining me. You guys take care, ride safe, and keep healthy mentally and physically.